Uswatul Muslima presents Story Time. What will you do in the holiday? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Abdullah, Ibrahim and Mahmud were three boys who were the best of friends. One day, when they were in madrasa and there was only one day left for the holidays, the Ustad Maulana Ahmad asked them, "What are you boys going to do in the holidays?" Ibrahim answered first and said, "I am going to spend my holiday watching superhero movies. Superheroes are strong and can fly. It's their job to save the world." Abdullah answered second and said, "I am going to play car racing games on my PlayStation. I will drag race, drift, buy all the best cars and customize and tune them how I want." Finally, Mahmud answered and said, "I am going to play shooting games on my computer. I will shoot everyone and then I will be the winner." When Maulana Ahmad heard these responses, he got such a shock that he almost fell down. He exclaimed, "Inna lillah, astaghfirullah. How can you boys play these games and watch these movies? These movies and video games are not good for you. Why don't you children go and play outside instead?" But Ibrahim, Mahmud and Abdullah were naughty boys, so they did not listen to their Maulana. The next day, Ibrahim sat and watched superhero movies the whole day, and Abdullah played on his PlayStation the whole day, and Mahmud played on his computer the whole day. By the time it was night, they had played so much and watched so much that they couldn't get the movies and games out of their heads. When they went to sleep, they were even seeing the games and movies in their dreams. The following day, after he ate breakfast, Ibrahim sat and began to think, "I want to be a superhero. I want to fly." Since he could not stop thinking about superheroes, he wanted to act like one. So he went onto the balcony, climbed onto the railing, spread his arms out, and jumped trying to fly. But instead of lifting into the air, he came falling down and landed on the gardener's head. The gardener shouted at him, "I will tell your father," and he complained, rubbing his head in pain. Oh no, what would Ibrahim do? As for Abdullah, after playing so many racing games, he wanted to try and race his father's car. As quiet as he could, while his mother was busy in the kitchen, he took the car keys and went out into the driveway. He opened the car, climbed into the driver's seat, and put the key into the ignition. Then he started the car and lowered the handbrake. "Help me!" he shouted, as the car started to roll down the driveway. He tried to press the brakes, but he was too short and couldn't reach the pedal. Suddenly, he heard a huge splash as the car rolled into the pool. Oh no, what would Abdullah do? In the meantime, Mahmud was looking for his brother's pellet gun because he wanted to go out and shoot. After he found his brother's gun, he took it quietly, without telling anyone, and went outside. There he began to creep through the bushes, pretending that he was playing a shooting game. Suddenly, he heard a sound through the bushes and thought, "Quickly, let me shoot, it's the enemy." He aimed the gun and fired. And then he heard someone shouting, "Ow! Who shot me?" He had shot the neighbor by mistake. Oh no, what would Mahmud do? That evening, Ibrahim, Abdullah and Mahmud were all in big trouble. Ibrahim was in trouble for jumping on the gardener's head. Abdullah was in trouble for rolling the car into the pool. And Mahmud was in trouble for shooting the neighbor with a pellet gun. Their parents were mad and super angry with them. All their fathers got together and wondered, what should we do to punish them? So they phoned Maulana Ahmad and told him what had happened and asked him what to do. Maulana Ahmad explained, the reason why they did these naughty things is because they are watching haram movies and playing video games. You need to take these things out of your house, and to punish these naughty boys, you need to ground them. Don't let them go anywhere besides the masjid for salah.
قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة.
Ibrahim, Abdullah and Mahmud were all grounded and had to stay at home for the rest of the holiday. They were all very sorry for what they had done, and they wished that they had listened to their Maulana. They realized that what Maulana said was right. Video games and movies are very bad for you. From this story, we learn that watching movies and playing video games are bad for us. They teach us wrong things and can make us do naughty things. We also learn that we must not copy everything that we see others doing. For example, if we see someone driving, we must not try to drive because we are still small and will crash and get hurt. And finally, we must always listen to our Maulana and parents. The end.